All right, let's talk about the Tennessee Angler Recognition Program. Now, this program was created by the Tennessee Wildlife Agency. Basically, if you catch a trophy sized fish, you can fill out an application and send it in with $5, like a $5 check, and you will receive a trophy certificate of the fish that you caught. Now, there is two ways to prove that you caught a trophy fish. You either take a picture of the fish on a measuring tape, or you have somebody vouch for you, and you have 90 days to send that application in to get your certificate. Now, here's one of the first ones that I got, and it is a blue catfish. This one is a 39-inch blue catfish. I have 5 of these. I don't know where they're at. They're stored somewhere. But I'm just showing you kind of the basic here. I had 5 different sized blue cats. Some of them were under the new 36-inch rule. Now, the trophy size used to be 34 inches. And they were getting a lot of people catching 34-inch blue cats, which is about a 20-pounder. And that was years ago. But pretty much before the Pay Lake started like hitting Watts Bar and some of these lakes around here. So they raised it to 36 inches, but anybody who caught anything under 36 inches was grandfathered in to this, this program. So I've got a couple that are under 34 inches. I might try to like replace them sometime in the future just to do so. Now another part of the program is their level system. You have the master angler levels. So 5 of any fish is master angler level 1. And like I said, I have 5 blue cats that helped me get master angler level 1. Now, previous fish do count. So let's say you end up catching a flathead and 4 blues. Well, you're already 2 fish towards master angler level 2. Now, I have 1 blue, and then I have a flathead catfish. This one is a 39-inch flathead. Then I have a striped bass, 40-inch striped bass, which is right at the trophy size. And I think this would be a 35 to 40-pound striper, unless it's really skinny. And I think the one that I caught was probably easily a 30-pounder. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, I might try to replace this as well, just because I did catch this in someone else's boat, in a guide's boat. And it did take us a while to get me on one of these, and obviously I didn't pay. He was a buddy of mine at the time, and we tried and tried, and it took several months for a world-renowned, striper guide to put me on a trophy striper, but eventually he did. And it's a miracle that he let me film it, because the striper world, they are just full of their secrets that everybody already knows. The next one was a 52-inch muskie. Now that I was also in a buddy's boat. And this is what you would call a once in a lifetime fish, although I have seen several others caught since this point in time, with me being in the boat, but the other person caught them. I guess it's just the waterways around here produce big fish. They are still, I mean, it did take me about 6 months of fishing to actually get one, because I caught like a 40-incher, I think, 35-incher before this. And it's like 40 or 45 or something. That's the actual like trophy size. 50-inch is huge. This was like 1 or 2 inches off of the state record. The state record was like 50, maybe even 51. I don't know. It was around the range of this fish, but it was also stuffed with a bunch of gizzard shad. It had eaten a whole bunch of gizzard shad, which made it really, really heavy. The state records go based on weight. The Tennessee Angler Recognition Program, they go based on measurements. So 52-inch muskie, it was a humpback on a lure that I had modified. Sometimes I wished I hadn't, modified that lure just because it made the video kind of boring. I started off in a chair talking about modifying a lure, and then I modified the lure, and then I went fishing and caught a 52-inch muskie. It would have been better just to go fishing, catch a 52-inch muskie, and keep that action rolling. There was a lot of non-action of just sitting there talking and making a lure. But hey, customized lure, caught a 52-inch muskie. So that is a thing to be, I guess, a little bit proud of. Now, the next one is the good old freshwater drum. If you've seen some of my photos with clients, we've been catching a ton of drum, and they're fun to catch. And it put smiles on all of their faces. Drum, if you think about it, in saltwater, redfish, if I was, a redfish guide, I would be clogged with clients. So everybody would be wanting to go fishing with me if I could put people on redfish as much as I've been putting them on drum. It's the same thing with black drum in the ocean. These are fun to catch, even though they're freshwater drum. And catching them on artificial bait is even better. I really love it when they hit artificial bait. And I've pretty much done that every single time with my clients. In fact, now that I have a boat that has a measuring tape in the floor, I am putting clients on these certificates. It's not every trip. It's not, if I could do or promise, a trophy fish on every trip, I could probably charge $700. But even the guys charging $700 for trophy trips cannot put you on a trophy on every single trip. And I don't charge that much, but I still try to put people on trophies. And here is a picture of one of my clients holding a trophy certificate. I do have more photos of my clients holding the certificates to come. I've been asking them to do that. You don't have to. If a client didn't want to do that, I'm fine with it. They can put it on their wall and be happy. If they send it to me and allow me to put it on Instagram and here on YouTube, like in my community channel, I'll do it. Just to show, at least some of my clients can get these trophy certificates. I really wish I was doing this more in the past as well. But I didn't have, several times I didn't even have a measuring device with me. I had actually forgotten it. So now I'm trying to focus on if we get a trophy fish, we're going to register. I'll give you the paperwork. You can send it in if you want to or not. And, get your own trophy certificate. Now, I have one I couldn't find. I have moved a couple of times since I got that one. But I have a channel catfish that was trophy size that I caught. I don't know where that certificate went. My last one was this largemouth bass. I don't even have it in a frame yet. So I am 2 into Master Angler level 3. Now, once I hit Master Angler level 3, I think they give like a gift certificate for Bass Pro Shops if you make it to the 3rd level. And levels after that, like 4th and 5th, they do more stuff as well. I could probably look it up for you guys, but I'll let you guys check it out for yourself. Go to the, just look it up on Google. Tennessee Angler Recognition Program. There is a whole bunch of information there, and it tells you the size the fish needs to be a trophy. In fact, I'm 3 in. I've got another one that I actually forgot to look for. I don't know where it's at either. I am missing 2 certificates. The channel catfish and that smallmouth that I caught on video. If you guys saw that, I had clients actually cancel on me. It was another mixed bag trip. And so I took the shiners that I bought for them. I went fishing and took you guys with me and caught a trophy-sized smallmouth. Now the smallmouth wasn't really a football. It was really long, but it was skinny. That's one of the drawbacks of this program is it is based on inches. So my channel catfish was long, but it was skinny. I did catch another trophy-sized um, channel catfish that I should have registered that was enormous. It was 19 pounds and it was easily bigger than the skinny but long one that I had registered for this program. And I got a video of that as well. I was using trout and caught, I thought it was a blue at first, but it was an actual channel catfish, and I was using trout parts as my bait that day. And this guy, this 22-inch largemouth bass, which was on another video, he ate cut bait. I was actually cut baiting for catfish, and the line that was cast out that he hit was in an area that is known for big bass like this. There's like wherever I fish there is a bunch of mud, and then they have like this rock embankment, and it's a quick drop off, and it's hard to, it's like a plate or whatever. I can't really explain it too well, but I've heard several people say that if you toss a rigs there, you get trophy sized bass all day long. Well, I didn't toss an a rig. I tossed a big old chunk bait in that direction and caught a trophy sized bass. Which, I'm not really a bass fisherman, so I'm kind of glad he ate that, so I can mark that off my list and continue catfishing. Although, I mean, I'd love to throw some A rigs there. And smallmouth fishing, on the other hand, I will still do that in the future. I've been chomping at the bit to try one of my smallmouth spots, which is also a moon eye spot. The last time I was there, the water was flowing way too fast. I didn't even get a video done. I went there and didn't catch anything. I threw shiners out, but it was like, once they hit the water, it's already downstream a mile. I mean, the water was going way too fast. So I need to watch the water levels and the dams upstream. I don't think there's even a dam. Oh yeah, there is a dam upstream from there. What dam is it? Cherokee Dam. So I need to watch it to when they're not releasing so much water, so I can go there, catch moon eye, catch um, catch some moon eye, catch smallmouth. There's perch there too. A client wanted to do some smallmouth fishing, and then we went catfishing. It was another one of my not as good mixed bag trips. We did catch a few smallmouth. They were smaller. They were fun to catch. Watching him leap out of the water like 10 feet was really fun. And then he caught a trophy sized perch, the first perch that I've seen over 9 inches. It was, I think it was 12-inch perch. I filled out the form. I gave it to him, and he never registered it to my knowledge. So I don't have that. And that was one of the first ones. I actually had a measuring tape with me, and I measured it, filled out the form, but they never sent it in. That day we didn't catch any catfish at all, but we did see a monster catfish. I guess was laughing at us swim right under the boat. I docked myself right next to this cliff where I've caught big catfish before, put out a bunch of lines, and looked down, and a big 40, 50 pounder is just swimming under the boat. And I'm like, swim out there where my baits are. I did reel in a couple of baits, dropped them straight down, but we didn't catch anything. But yeah, this has been an adventure. I do need to try to get more of these. The bluegill one may or may not be easy. I'll be honest with you guys. I was going to go to a buddy's pond to catch a trophy-sized bluegill. However, he told me that he thinks all of his bluegill died off. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I will do that for bluegill because, you know, that's where big bluegill are most of the time, are in ponds. Now, I know a couple of areas that are not ponds that used to have big bluegill, but they have turned into pleasure boater heaven. And that means, 5 foot waves in every direction, which makes fishing a bit hard when I'm trying to hit certain spots for bluegills. Yeah, I'm probably going to just go to a pond and catch me a big bluegill once I find a pond with big bluegill in it. And there's other fish. I need to do some trout fishing. I've been telling myself I need to take those fish lab baits, trout fishing to catch some trout. That's just on my to-do list, and they'll be pretty easy to catch. I know the techniques to catch them with. I've caught them before in the past, but for now, it's on the to-do list. Now, I do have one more certificate to show you guys that is outside of the Tennessee Angler Recognition Program, and this is the Certificate of Appreciation because I reported the catch of a sturgeon. And I will say this: Tennessee does not, or the Tennessee Wildlife Agency does not want you to purposely fish for sturgeon. So if you put a worm on a hook, you accidentally catch a sturgeon on it, you better be telling them that I was fishing for channel catfish, because these are critically endangered in Tennessee. They're not federally endangered, and I mean they stock them. They stock 3,000 a year, and I've been hearing reports of more and more people catching them, but they're still critically endangered. They did the same thing with muskie, and when guides started catching a bunch of muskie, they changed the terms to where you can only keep maybe one over 50 inches or something. And they have not done that with sturgeon, even though more and more guides are even catching them too. So maybe someday they will remove them from the list, but the current TWRA does not want to do that, like the previous TWRA did with muskies. Well, that's it. Master Angler level 2. I need 2 more fish to get Master Angler level 3, and I really do like it when my clients get on trophy fish on my boat. I think I'm said it before in the past or whatever. I'm always trophy fishing. I can't guarantee a trophy. They're fish. They're going to bite whenever they're going to bite. Now, yeah. Uh, trying to think of something else to say, but that's it. That's the program. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, and it's a really good thing that the Tennessee Wildlife Agency has created. And hopefully, some of you are working your own way up the Tennessee Angler Recognition Program as well, getting your own Master Angler certificates. They do give you a badge too, little badge you could like sew on or whatever. I don't even know where my 2 badges are. I've lost them. But I had Master Angler level 1 badge, Master Angler level 2 badge, and they give you a badge for each level. Now, I will say the one fish that has been you guys have anyone that's been subscribed to me for a long time, you know that I've been chasing carp since the beginning of time, and I have yet to catch a trophy sized carp. It's been so difficult to get one. I've caught some really, really beefy carp. And I'm talking probably 20 to 30 pound carp, but they're like really, really short. So that's been one of the fish that I've had a lot of trouble trying to catch. I've been using European methods to do it. The tiger nuts I've been using lately. I've been working really good at catching carp, but I've yet to get a trophy size one. So one of these days I'll get that, and I can add that to my little collection here and get closer to going further up the ladder for the Tennessee Angler Recognition Program. And hopefully someday I will do it. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch this video or listen to it. I really, really appreciate it. I've said it before in past podcasts. You can find the videos for this on my YouTube channel, and you can find my YouTube channel on my website, tnrvg.com. And now all I need to do is get back on the water, catching some fish for you guys instead of sitting here talking all the time. I am definitely not turning my channel into a podcast channel. However, I'm trying to get a few made just to add to that new playlist. Please bear with me for more podcasts that will be coming up in the future. And thanks again for watching. I really do hope to see you next time.